back in the lounge with Larry. I appreciate y'all being with me, man. You can be anywhere, but you're here with your boy. So we back with another military edition. You know, people ask me, Larry, hey, I'm thinking about the military. I salute you. You about to join. Y'all want to know, should you go reserve or should you go active duty? Now, long story short, I ain't gonna hold you. My opinion, go ahead, go active duty. Go ahead, get your feet wet. Go ahead, get you that experience, learn your job. But there are reasons if you want to go reserve that you should go reserve. I say like this, if you got a good job already, say you a cop, say you a firefighter, whatever, you making decent money and you love doing your job, but you just want to serve the country, go ahead and do reserve. Reserve is only once a month for drill, so you only gonna get paid for 1 weekend a month. You still in the military, you still get to wear your uniform, you still could get those benefits. But the only thing about reserve is you're going to kind of have to make yourself busy. See, on active duty, they telling what you do every day. They're like, hey, go do this. You know, they telling your job. You don't got to do too much thinking. But for reserve, since you're only going to be there 1 weekend a month, it's kind of up to you to make the most out of it. So you could sign up, try to do deployments. You're going to have to, you know, try harder to make rank. I know for the Navy, we got what's called the honor guard / funeral guard. Basically, when veterans die, you basically you go out there and, you know, you fold the flag for the family of the deceased veteran. You play the bugle and stuff like that. You get paid extra money. And right now, you know, with President Trump in office, he's trying to build the militaries right now. So I know I get messages all the time. It's like, hey, if you're in reserve and you want to go active duty, hey, call us, let us know, and we'll try to put your name in, try to get you back active duty. See, I know other branches, they probably get more active duty opportunities too, but I know for a fact Navy is, possibly Air Force is too. But if you're a reservist, you're thinking about going active duty, get in touch with your chain of command. This is the perfect time to do it. Like I said, President Trump, he expanded the military right now. And so basically some cons for active, because it's pros and cons for both. So you would say, why wouldn't I want to go active? Say if you got a lot of stuff that you're trying to do, man. We got people in the military, they want to be basketball players, they want to be rappers, they want to do this, do that. If you're on active duty, you're not going to have as much free time to do some of those things, you know. They may have you deployed, they may have you working to 5 p.m. every day, you know. It's just certain things on active duty that's going to take up a lot of your time. So if you reserve, you got way more free time because you only being there once a month. So those are things to consider when you're trying to think about should you go reserve or active. And like I said, it's a big pay difference. So you don't want to be that person that joined reserves, then you broke all the time. You making the military look bad. You going home, people like, ain't you in the military? Like, you broke, you ain't got a car. It's like, you should have went active, bro. Unless you making good money, good job, don't go reserve. Or if you in college trying to be an officer, if you going to college, you only got like a year left until you done, 2 years, okay, go ahead and become an officer. That's a good thing. But I'm going to let you go ahead and talk to the brother-in-law. Go ahead and holler at him. What's your thoughts on this?
So, as far as joining the military and being an officer, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's a great look. It's always good. Even when you get out of the military, companies will look at you and say, oh man, you know what? He's an officer. Let's get this guy a job. Like, it's a really prestigious honor. However, don't get it twisted. Once you put on that brass across your chest, whatever rank it is, you're gonna work, man. Officer is no joke. It's a challenge. There are many avenues that you can take to become an officer. You can go the ROTC route, which that way you get a free education. You can also pay for your own college and then decide, you know what, I want to be an officer. If you do it that route, it's a little bit more challenging because you get sent off to Fort Benning, you don't have a lot of military experience, and you get thrown into the fire really quick that way. So, that's only for the faint-hearted, I can tell you that now. That's you got to be tough. But being an officer has its challenges, especially in the reserves. You'll spend a lot of your personal time doing work. So like when you get off your regular job at Publix or, you know, Toyota, wherever you work at, man, you got to go home and you got to do Army Reserve stuff. So it's not as chilled and laid back as the enlisted side can be. But it's all good though. You get paid a little more, and it's a good look for you. You know, I have no regrets about becoming an officer in the military. And I highly suggest that if you're looking for a challenge, something new in life, there's no place where you immediately go from sitting on the couch at home with a college education to supervising 30 to 40 guys. So great experience. And you know, that's what it is, man. Being a military officer is really cool. However, don't get it twisted like being enlisted is a bad thing either. You have some guys that are enlisted that have college degrees just like officers, a lot of times smarter than the officers, know more than the officer. So don't get caught up in an officer is better than an enlisted because of X, Y, and Z. It's just a different set of skill sets and a way to use your job skill sets, and you train a little bit different, but by no means does it belittle the enlisted soldier at all. So that's kind of the spill on being an officer versus enlisted. Either path that you choose, just know they're both rewarding in their own. So, you know, take your pick, do your research, because there are benefits to becoming an officer versus being enlisted, and vice versa. You know, just as an example, while I'm thinking about it, so when you become an officer, a lot of times, in my case, I was enlisted and became an officer. So they took my bonus, they took all these extra perks I had as an enlisted person, because now I changed contracts. So just kind of keep those things in mind. The perks are different. Sometimes they don't offer officers as many perks because they feel like you get paid more than an enlisted soldier. But the enlisted soldier is a cool guy getting a $20,000 bonus. So things like that, though, that might make your decision. So just think on it. But you know, that's it. You know, we're gonna spit some more knowledge to you about officer versus enlisted and some other different topics. So again, the military is a cool spot to be in. I would not steer you wrong. Becoming an officer is an even cooler spot to be in.